Hi everyone, I'm the homeschool tutor. You can find me on the homeschooltutor.net, that's my website, or just the homeschool tutor on YouTube. And what I'm doing is learning clips in a nutshell. So I'm doing aspects of the national curriculum and trying to explain them as quickly and clearly as possible. So today I'm going to tackle how to tell the time. It's a really tricky one to explain. But the best way to explain this is to look at a journey of time, because time is a continual journey. So you need to get yourself a clock. A really big clock, if you're teaching, is really handy. But actually now that you're learning to tell the time, kids, you need to make sure that you are responsible for the time. So if you have a watch, make sure you're using it and tell parents or whoever's at home when it's time to have breakfast, when it's time to have lunch, if you go to any clubs, when those are starting, what time you have to be there. So take responsibility for time and then you're practicing using it. Right, so the journey of time. Let's start with a very important time of the day. It is lunchtime, 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Very important for me. I love lunchtime. So let's imagine that it is 12 o'clock right now, and you can see at the moment on my clock, you can probably just see one hand. But let me show you something. On the clock, there are two hands. There is a long hand, a big hand, which has a big job on its hand, and that's the way to remember, because the big hand has to travel the whole way around the clock, which is 60-minute journey, a 60-minute journey, remember that, for this little hand just to move 1 hour, one jump from the next number it's on. So the little hand has a little job to do and the big hand has a big job on its hand because it's counting all the way around in the minutes. So let's go back to 12 o'clock, it's lunchtime and I'm starving. And now we have the big hand and it moves to the first dot. Can you see? So that means it's moved 1 minute, and 1 minute is 60 seconds. So you count to 60 seconds, and you can count now if you want to. When you've finished and you've said the number 60, that is the same as 1 minute. And my big hand now has moved 1 minute. It's 1 minute since it was 12 o'clock. It's not 12 o'clock anymore. And you can write that as 1 past 12 in what's called analog time. Or you can write that as 12:01, which is digital time. So let me tell you the difference between analog and digital. We're going to learn them together and we're going to count in the 1 minute all the way around till we get to the end of our lunchtime, which is 1 o'clock, that's the end. And I'm going to do analog time and I'm going to talk about past and I'm going to use the fraction clock, because analog is fractions. So I will say things like quarter past, half past, quarter to, and I will use the words past and to. Past the old hour, to the next hour. But then I'm also going to do digital, and digital is only hour plus minutes. Hour plus minutes, and it's always talking about the hour you have just left. It doesn't talk about the new hour you're going towards. So analog, past and to, and fractions. Digital, hour plus minutes. Oh, here we go. So 1 minute past 12, 12:01. 2 minutes past 12, can you see it's jumped 2 of those minutes. 2 minutes past 12, 12:02. 3 minutes past 12, 12:03. 4 minutes past 12, 12:04. 5 minutes past 12, 12:05. 5 minutes has happened since it was 12 o'clock when our lunchtime began. I barely eaten my sandwich and 5 minutes has passed already. And look, the little hand has hardly moved. It's still stuck to that hour of 12. But the big hand has moved 5 minutes. And in analog, we call that 5 past 12, 5 minutes past the old hour 12. And in digital, we say 12:05. Let's carry on. 5 minutes past 12, 6 minutes past 12, 12:06. 7 minutes past 12, 12:07. 8 minutes past 12, 12:08. 9 minutes past 12, 12:09. 10 minutes past 12, 12:10. So 10 minutes past 12, analog time. 12:10, hour plus minutes. Let's carry on. 11 minutes past 12, 12:11. 12 minutes past 12, 12, 12. 13 minutes past 12, 12, 13. 14 minutes past 12, 12, 14. 15 minutes past 12, 12, 15. Let's stop and look at this. So look at our little hand. It's moved slightly because remember it was in line with the 60, directly between the 1 and the 2 when it was 12 o'clock. And now it's on the edge of the 2. And it's quarter past here. It's quarter past. So actually it's lined up here with our 1 minute past. Don't worry about that now. But it's got 4 stages to move until it gets to that 1 o'clock. But look at the minutes past. Quarter past 12, 15 past 12, 12, 15. Did you hear I just said quarter past 12? Well, why did I say that? Well, analog is the fraction clock. So when you get to quarter, see I've cut my clock here. Here was my clock. I've cut it into 1, 2, 3, 4 equal parts. And when you cut any whole into 4 equal parts, you create quarters. 1 out of the 4 parts is here, a quarter. So a quarter of the clock in minutes, the big hand has travelled a quarter of the whole clock. And it's gone past the hour 12. So we can say 15 past 12 or quarter past 12. They are both analog times because we're talking about minutes and past and fractions and past. But digital, easy peasy, 12, 15. Hour plus minutes. So that's a significant step. It's at a quarter of the clock. So, but we can carry on now counting past 12 o'clock lunchtime. I've eaten my sandwiches, by the way, and I'm looking forward to tucking into the cake. So quarter past 12, 12:15. 16 past 12, 12:16. 17 past 12, 12:17. 18 past 12, 12:18. 19 past 12, 12:19. 20 past 12, 12:20. Let's keep going. 21 past 12, 12:21. 22 past 12, 12:22. 23 past 12, 12:23. 24 past 12, 12:24. 25 past 12, 12:25. Let's keep going. 26 past 12, 12:26. 27 past 12, 12:27. 28 past 12, 12:28. 29 past 12, 12:29. 30 past 12, 12:30. Now look, another fraction. My big hand, since it was at the 12 o'clock here, has travelled half a way round the clock. It's travelled all that way because remember the big hand has a big job to do in moving the minutes. So 30 minutes has gone past since it was 12 o'clock. And also notice that this is halfway now, the little hand between the 12 and the 1. We are halfway. It's travelled another landmark. It's travelled 2 quarters or a half of the way since it was 12 o'clock. So we can say half past 12 in analog. You can say 30 past 12 if you want to, but most of us say half past 12 if we're using analog speak. But in digital, nice and easy peasy, 12, the old hour, plus 30, 30 minutes, 12:30. Now it's also tricky from this part on, but not tricky really, because in analog, I'm not going to say past anymore. I'm going to the 2. I'm going to talk about a countdown from 30 in minutes until we get to the new hour, 1 o'clock. So analog, I stop talking about 12. And digital, I keep talking about 12 and I carry on adding the minutes. So it's tricky for me now because I'm counting down and also counting on in 2 different times. So let's listen carefully because I might make a mistake here too. So in analog, 29 minutes to 1. Can you see the difference? But in digital, 12:31. 28 minutes to 1. 12:32. 27 minutes to 1. 12:33. 26 minutes to 1. 12:34. 25 minutes to 1. 12:35. So there's 25 minutes to 1. So my analog tells me I've got 25 minutes left until my lunchtime is over. Oh no, it's ticking away. I finished the cake. Maybe I'm having a nice cup of tea. But it's 25 minutes until 1 o'clock now. But in digital, I talk about the old hour, 12, and all the hard work that Bicand has done in total. 35 minutes it's travelled since it was 12:35. So let's carry on. So I am now counting down, remember, from 25 minutes to get to 1 in the analog, and I'm counting up from 35 minutes in how many minutes has happened since 12 o'clock for digital. So 24 minutes to 1, 12:36, 23 minutes to 1, 12:37, 22 minutes to 1, 12:38, 21 minutes to 1, 12:39, 20 minutes to 1, 12:40. Let's carry on going. So 19 minutes to 1, 12:41, 18 minutes to 1, 12:42, 17 minutes to 1, 12:43, 16 minutes to 1, 12:44, 15 minutes to 1, 12:45. So 15 minutes, look, it's at that fraction stage, and it's saying that actually we've got a quarter of a whole hour left. We don't say 3/4 past, but we say we have a quarter to 1 o'clock. A quarter of the clock is left to travel for the big hand, who's got a big job on his hand, until he gets to 1 o'clock. So we can say in analog 1:45 or 15 minutes to 1. But in digital, we took out the old hour plus the minutes, 12:45. Okay, so we're nearly there. So I'm going to keep going now, and we're going to watch the little hand very carefully. I'm going to keep counting down from 15 in the analog, and we're going to count up from 45 in the digital. So 14 minutes to 1, 12:46, 13 minutes to 1, 12:47, 12 minutes to 1, 12:48, 11 minutes to 1, 12:49, 10 minutes to 1, 12:50, 9 minutes to 1, 12:51, 8 minutes to 1, 12:52, 7 minutes to 1, 12:53, 8 minutes to 1, oh, see, I said it wrong, 6 minutes to 1, 6 minutes to 1, 12:54, 5 minutes to 1, 12:55, 4 minutes to 1, 12:56, 3 minutes to 1, 12:57, 2 minutes to 1, 12:58, 1 minute to 1, 12:59, 1 o'clock. So we don't say 12:60, we just say 1 because it's got to the new hour. So in analog we say 1 o'clock, and in digital we say 1. So 1 o'clock. It's been 60 minutes since I ate my lunch. My lunchtime is now over and I've got to get back to work, unfortunately. So we have gone 1/4 past, 1/2 past and 1/4 in fraction terms in analog. And we have gone past the old hour and to the next hour in analog. And we have stuck with the old hour of 12, and we've counted from 1 minute all the way until 60 minutes later until it's got to 1 o'clock. And now our new digital time is 1 and our new analog time is 1 o'clock. And as soon as the next hand moves 1 minute, it will be 1 minute past 1 or 1:01 in digital. So learn the time this way. Learn the time by counting the journey of time as it travels around the clock, and learn analog and digital together, because then you'll understand how they work together and what they mean. Don't try to learn them separately. Don't ever learn the time by doing 1/2 past and o'clocks, because you have to learn the time is a journey. Time is a journey of seconds and minutes and hours, and 24 hours are in one day. And my lesson today was how to tell the time in a nutshell.